No. We're not doing that. See. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Tyler Perry's most recent movie, Divorce in the Black, centers around a woman named Ava and her husband Dallas. They're attending the funeral of Dallas's deceased brother. Things quickly go downhill when Ava's father, the pastor, discusses the bad deeds of the deceased brother, causing Dallas's mother to have an emotional outburst. An argument ensues and she proceeds to remove some of her clothes and orders Dallas and her 3 other sons to remove their dead brother from the casket. They then load him onto the back of their truck and drive away. This whole sequence provided a decent start to the movie, and I thought Tyler Perry had finally created something different. Unfortunately, the funeral scene was the only highlight of the movie. Does Tyler Perry need to stop making movies? Let's find out if this latest installment is his next hit or another flop. As the movie unfolds, we see that Dallas's whole family is dysfunctional, particularly Dallas, who treats Ava horribly. Another man mistreating a woman. How very original of you, Tyler Perry. How original. Dallas ends up drinking too much, and when he and Ava return home, he ends up on the bathroom floor. In his drunken state, he admits that his mother made him kill his own father. This scene felt unnecessary. It seemed like it was leading somewhere, but it's never mentioned again in the movie. Dallas and Ava have dinner reservations with their friends Rona and Jim, but Dallas keeps drinking and disrespecting everyone at the table. Dallas then yells maniacally that he wants a divorce. This scene was somewhat hilarious since Dallas was so unhinged. I'm surprised that no one working there told him to stop. Ava is distraught by Dallas wanting a divorce and drives all the way back to her parents' home to spend a week clearing her mind. During her stay, her parents keep trying to set her up with a recently divorced man named Benji and trying to convince her to leave Dallas permanently. This sort of works as Ava and Benji meet at the local fair and end up spending the night together in his pickup truck in the middle of nowhere, though nothing intimate happens.
Ava returns to her job at the bank where Rona also works and compliments her on how happy Ava looks. Dallas learns from his brothers that Ava and Benji are at the fair talking, and Dallas immediately jumps to conclusions. He shows up at her job demanding that she shows up to a firm to sign and finalize their divorce, which she does. This scene bothered me because you know this guy is no good, and even though she says she already read through the divorce documents, at least skim through it to make sure he didn't sneak anything extra in there. She was being foolish here. Ava is taken to Rona's house, filled with friends to celebrate her divorce from Dallas. She also manages to invite Benji. Benji brings Ava back to her home and they get intimate. He ends up spending the night. Ava is getting ready to work in the morning and is surprised that Dallas is downstairs. He finds Benji and they fight, but Benji is easily able to choke him unconscious and they drag him back to his truck. When Benji returns home, he finds a bunch of his animals dead and figures Dallas and his brothers were behind it. Dallas ends up meeting Ava's mom at the grocery store. He gets pretty intense here and he grabs her arm tightly. She manages to free herself and run away. Ava's dad learns about what happens and shows up at Ava's house with guns and installs surveillance cameras. When he heads home, he realizes that Dallas has put his hands on his wife. He grabs a shotgun and heads to Dallas's mom's trailer home to find Dallas. This whole scene was so dumb. I figured he was there to shoot Dallas on sight, but he didn't. Also, it doesn't make sense that he didn't notice Dallas's 3 other brothers sneaking up behind him. They end up beating him up when Ava and Benji find him and take him to the hospital. Also, this cop is so useless in this movie. If this is a small town, then he should have known Dallas at least committed a battery offense back in the grocery store. He's so useless. Ava returns to her home and calls Dallas to lure him. Ava also calls the police, but she ends up shooting Dallas with the shotgun her dad left her. I'm assuming they skip a few days into the future. They don't specify. Ava, with her friends and family, are at the hospital as her dad is being released. Dallas's mom and her 2 sons are there. The 3rd one was just recently shot, and that's why they're there. Ava warns Dallas's mom that it's over between their families, and then this movie just silently ends. This movie just feels unfinished. Do you honestly mean to tell me that Dallas's remaining brothers and mother aren't going to want to seek revenge in any way? There were so many unnecessary scenes that would have cut down this almost 2-hour movie. In the end, we will get some kind of montage showing us that their lives are now happy and worry-free from Dallas's family. But no, it just ends so abruptly. I'm convinced Tyler Perry needs therapy. He follows the same script in every movie. We saw this before in Diary of a Mad Black Woman, I Can Do Battle by Myself, and Madea's Family Reunion. He keeps making the same movies with the same storyline about abusive men. For once, can he try something new? At the end of these movies, the main girl keeps choosing the lighter complexion, muscular, soft-spoken man. The actors did a decent job with this terrible, repetitive script. Megan Good is too good of an actress to be in this cheap movie. She's been in a few incredible films, but I feel Tyler Perry chose her since she experienced a divorce in real life. The guy playing Dallas was divorced from Tia Mowry. Even the man who plays her father divorced not too long ago from Beyonce's mom. The only movies people want from Tyler Perry at this point are Why Did I Get Married 3 or another Madea movie. The writing needs to be greatly improved. And why do all these movies have that melodramatic soap opera feeling to them? Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye!